We were better off segregated than we are integrated.
You think it's because of integration that
Yes.
there's bad things?
Absolutely.
Well, explain that to me.
Because once they forced the white people to let them into their schools, their neighborhoods, their own private businesses, they forced that, and it built a sense of entitlement.
Mm-hmm.
And the government started giving them free money, saying that, you know, if you don't have a man in the home, we're going to take care of you and your
Right.
children. And it just forced a sense of entitlement. And then the black politicians and the liberal white politicians and some of the right-on conservatives, they started pretending that they loved the blacks. And so they started to say, well, it's racism. We're going to take care of you black people. We're going to do that. It just built a sense of entitlement. It got worse. Even with Martin Luther King Jr., a socialist trader, he, even though he was a Republican, the report is that he was a Republican, he joined the Democratic force under Lyndon B. Johnson, and they agreed to give blacks this and that, but they also agreed to let the black people start to be the leader of the blacks. Vote for me, I'm black, I do that. It's just been a sense of entitlement ever since then.
So I'll agree with the second part, and I'll disagree with the first part.
What part you disagree with?
I'll say that I don't think the negativity came from integration, but more so how integration was done. And you could have had integration in a way that wasn't forceful.
Right.
That
Let it
wasn't
happen
done in
naturally.
that. Yeah.
It was already happening.
So you're not
that way.
against the idea that we integrate. You're against how it was done.
Forced integration.
Okay. So on that, we're fine. I don't think anyone should be forced to integrate, but we should have equality. We should have integration. We should be able to see each other as human beings, as brothers and sisters, as both here in a certain period of time, in a certain land, working together to elevate the human experience, to make life better for one another, to respect law and order. And I think that's regardless of the amount of pigmentation that you have in your skin.
What are civil rights?
Mm-hmm.
What are they?
So I'm not American, but civil rights, from my understanding, having lived a large period of my time here, is the right that human beings who live as U.S. citizens should have, you know, the right to freedom of speech, the right to expression, the right to videotape, the right to bear arms.
But the blacks always said they want.
Well, they didn't have like all rights, right? They didn't have the right to vote. You know, you had a certain percentage of
But
the
women didn't
votes.
have the right to vote, and we were better off.
You think?
Yeah.
You think women shouldn't have the right to vote?
Absolutely. The worst mistake the country ever made.
I don't know if I'll
was to
agree.
allow
I don't know
women
if
to
I'll agree
vote.
with you on that one.
What?
I don't know if I can agree with you on that one. I do think women should have a right to vote.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Look how they're so crazy.
Well, are they crazy because they have the right to vote?
No, they're crazy because Satan is their God.
Okay. Well, to
Is
some,
that
not to
true?
all. Well, say you can. First of all, we have different views of Satan, but